Wake up others, and stay woke. The new normal is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take the heat from those fires that burnt down my community and the floods that have gone over it and use the urgency that we all feel on the ground and honor the fact that you all show that same urgency here today with respect to FEMA and implementation of the DRRA. I don't just stand here as a supervisor from Sonoma County, California that has had 5 to 7, depending on how you calculate them, disasters in the last 3 to 4 years. I stand here as a representative of the National Association of Counties Resilient Counties Advisory Board, where more than a third of the 3,000 counties in the United States have had a federal disaster designation in the last 2 years. You know, I look around me and around the state, and I think about all the things that we already manage at the county level. It's very rare when we have to get to a federal designation. We own most of the infrastructure in our areas, roads, bridges, other vital infrastructure. But once it comes to these big events that outweigh the capacity of a local, regional, or municipal aid system at a state level, that's where we need this partnership. That's where we need it. I won't go into the details of our disaster. We've seen the videos, we've heard the speeches, you all have seen it in your own communities. But what I do want to say here before you is that the Disaster Recovery Reform Act was passed to improve the resilience of this nation. You all know that. NACo, the National Association of Counties, and all of us counties out there strongly supported that. But we need these reforms now. And I applaud you once again for asking them and asking for accountability. We need to make sure that it's implemented readily. We need to make sure that transparency and communication from the regional offices and our local entities is actually acted upon, and it's done. We need to make sure that specific policies come out with guidance sooner rather than later on submerged roads, ensuring evacuation routes, wildfire season applicability. As you all say, I look at our colleagues, I look at FEMA, I think about all the work that needs to be done. I think about all the red tape that exists in implementing these programs, but at the same time, I look at the urgency on the ground, just as you all do, and I know that we need to do more. Hey everybody, Washington, D.C., Capitol behind me. As you can see, proudly representing the National Association of Counties. Sonoma County Supervisor was really able to bring the on-the-ground reality of what we've all been through the last 4 to 5 years with drought, flooding, wildfire, flooding, all kinds of stuff. Was able to bring that before testimony today on the House. You know, it was a time where we had to really honor the work that FEMA, Cal OES, and all of our state and federal partners have done in helping us recover. But it was also a time where we had to leap on and say, here's the improvements that can be made. Here's what can happen at headquarters at FEMA to work in partnership with counties who actually are the ones where disasters strike and the ones where we really have to drive the recovery. We have to hold on to the urgency that's in our communities and make sure, whether it's at the county, state, or federal level, we're doing everything we can to own the urgency that is being pushed at us from our communities, rightfully so.